Couple overtime thrillers. Let's start with the Patriots and Jets. This was a marquee matchup in the AFC East, and both these teams really wanted to make a statement in the AFC East and take control of that division. So let's get started. The Jets started out firing fast, and they get a touchdown pass, or no, excuse me, touchdown run. Sean Green making it 7-0. But then that lead didn't last too long as Devin McCourty returns for 140 yards, making it 7-7. And then the Patriots would then get the ball back pretty soon, and they would throw a touchdown pass to Rob Gronkowski, making it 14-7. And then the second quarter, Mark Sanchez was getting his Landon Donovan on as he kicks the ball out of bounds in the end zone for a safety, making it 16-7 Patriots, capping off a 16-0 run before the end of the second, where Nick Folk nailed a 54-yarder, making it 16-10. The third quarter, Jets are still hanging around. They get a long drive, but only get a field goal out of it, so making it 16-13. And then the Patriots are they're driving around, very slow drive, but they get another touchdown pass to Rob Gronkowski. But right before that touchdown, though, they had a fumble, and they said Antonio Cromartie did not come out and get the ball out in time away from the Patriots offense, which is much like Antonio Cromartie's career with his kids, kids and how many people he's got impregnated, etc. But anyway. It would result in another Gronkowski touchdown, 23-13. And then the fourth quarter, the Jets came alive on offense in the final 6 minutes of the game, starting off with a touchdown on a drive that went 14 plays, 92 yards in 7 minutes. And it was 23-20 after a Sanchez touchdown to Dustin Keller. And then the Jets would then kick a game-time field goal with 2:11 left. But then Devin McCourty, when there's good, sometimes there's a little bit of bad afterwards. And then they fumble, and it's recovered by the Jets. And the Jets only got a field goal out of it as they had a negative 7-yard drive, and it was 26-23. But then Tom Brady leads them down the field, sets up for a 43-yarder for Steven Gostkowski. Remember, he missed a game winner back in week 2 against Arizona at home, but he did not miss this one. He ties the game up, and then the Patriots marched right down the field, but only resulted in a field goal. Then Mark Sanchez had a chance to drive down the field, but he fumbles, and that is the game. The Patriots pull away with it, 29-26. Tom Brady capped off with 26-42, 259, 2 touchdowns. Big tight end Rob Gronkowski had 2 touchdowns and 78 yards. Sorry about that. Anyway, and then the Jets, Mark Sanchez, despite throwing for 328 yards, it was still a losing effort. Big win for the Patriots. They take sole possession in first place with a Bills loss earlier to the Titans and the Dolphins being on a bye week. And the Patriots take on the Rams in London next week. As for the Jets, they got a few questions. They got questions themselves. They got to really find a way to push together and hope for a playoff berth. But they're going to face Miami next week. And Miami played them close last time, so it'll be a tough game. Now for the other game, the Jaguars-Raiders. Maurice Jones Drew got injured in the first quarter, had to get carted out, and then that followed with a Cecil Shorts touchdown, making it 7-3. I forgot Janikowski kicked the field goal earlier in the first drive of the game. But the Raiders' offense was really stale in the first half, as Jacksonville, also Blaine Gabbert, got injured in the second quarter. So now he's out. So both of them are out. In comes Chad Henne, and their offense just went atrociously. I mean, they did get a touchdown from Rashad Jennings, making it 14-3, and then they eventually get another field goal off a turnover, making it 17-3. And then the Raiders would end the first half at 17-6. But Jacksonville could barely string together any drive, and the only drives they really got came off turnovers and special teams plays. So I mean, and it was 20-6. And then the Raiders will start bouncing back. Denarius Moore got an 8-yard touchdown pass, and then Jacksonville will kick another field goal. But however, they kick another field goal, make 23-13. However, the Raiders started a rally. We got a 31-yard field goal by Janikowski, and then about a few minutes later, Carson Palmer was able to drive down the field and then get a 1-yard run, QB sneak, 23-23, and it sets up for overtime because both teams just punted. And then the Jaguars, Cecil Shorts fumbles, which set up a chip shot 40-yard field goal. I call it chip shot because Janikowski is one of the best field goal kickers in the game. And although Janikowski did miss a 64-yarder at the end of the fourth quarter, he made the 40-yarder, and the Raiders will win 26-23 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. My thoughts of this, and I think the Raiders, I think they could have kept this game a little closer than it should. I mean, they played well against Atlanta last week, so people were expecting them to blow past Jacksonville, especially with MJD and Gabbert getting injured. But it was just a weird game. Like, it was a very, very strange game, and I'm not sure what to think of it. Like, because both of them, it was like a stale defensive game. But I mean, the Raiders pulled through with it at the end, the Carson Palmer. But I think they still got to work a lot of kinks out on offense, particularly Darren McFadden. I think he's holding him back this year, and it's just I don't really know what to say right now. I mean, but as for the Jaguars, they better hope Maurice Jones Drew gets healthy quick, and they better hope it's not a serious injury. Otherwise, they could be in trouble. And as for that, the Jaguars take on the Packers next week at Green Bay, and the Raiders travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to come back for my Sunday Night Football recap. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, two teams struggling in the AFC North right now and trying to get together.